Hey, what's up you guys? Thank you for joining me again. Now in this video we are going to be covering the final chapter for Form 4 Admets, which is index numbers. So without further ado, let us get started. So as usual, before we get into the examples, let us first understand some of the formulas you have to know for this chapter. So this chapter is very simple. There's only two main formulas you have to know. The first formula, we call it as index number. Index number. So what is index number? The formula for index number is I is equals to Q1 over Q0 times 100. Okay, this is the formula. The second formula you have to know is called composite index. Okay, composite index. So how you write that is, you write the same thing, it's an I, and on top of the I there is a line. Okay, so this is composite index. So the formula is sum of the index multiplied by the weightage divided by the sum of the weightage. Okay, so this is the two formulas you have to know. So the first thing I want you all to understand is, what is index number? So index number, you see the formula, right? You're using Q. What is Q? In this case, right, Q, based on the questions that you're going to face, right, Q means it can be anything, but in this case we are going to be using either price or cost or any amount of quantity. Okay, so Q here represents quantity. Okay, so we are actually comparing two different quantity. One is Q1, one is Q0. Okay, we are comparing two different quantity. So like I said, the quantity can be in terms of price, can be in terms of cost, and so on. Okay, can be a lot of things. So why are you comparing price and cost? Okay, you are comparing this because you want to see the increase or decrease of the price or of the cost. Okay, so that is what index number is about. You're trying to compare, you want to see the increase or the decrease of the pricing or the costing. Okay, so that's what index number is about. So let me give you an example. Let's say you are selling computers. Okay, you're selling this one particular computer for a certain amount of price, and few years down the road, the same computer, you're selling it at a cheaper price because it's a much older computer, right? So when you sell it at a cheaper price, let's say the price dropped by 20%. Okay, dropped by 20%. The same product you're selling, few years down the road, the price dropped by 20%. So what's the index number? So the index number, you want to represent this in index form, right? It is equals to 80%. The price has dropped. So that means initially it was 100% and it fell 20%. So now your index number for this product is only 80%. Okay, so I'll give you another example. Let's say you are selling, okay, let's say you bought a car. Okay, you are selling this car and it's a classic car, and a few years down the road, the car becomes more valuable because it's more rare, it's hard to find, and you do the car very nice, and now it becomes a classic car and looks very nice, everybody wants it, so the value of the car increase. Okay, so let's say the value after a few years, right, the value of the car increased by say 50%. Okay, now if it increased by 50%, what is your index number? So your index number is going to be 150. Okay, because the initial is 100% and then it increased by 50%, so it's going to be equals to 150. So this is your index number. Okay, index number. So it is, of course you don't write the percentage, but index form is 80 or 150, so depending on if it increase or decrease. Okay, so that is what index number is about. But the second question is, what about composite index? Now, index number and composite index is actually very similar, but what's the difference? You see, I give you the example just now. It's only one product, correct? You're selling a car, or you're selling a shirt, or you're selling a computer, and it can be anything. You're selling one product. But what if you are selling, let's say you're selling nasi lemak, okay? You are selling nasi lemak. So what is the content of nasi lemak? First, you have the sambal, right? That's the most important. Nasi lemak without sambal is not nasi lemak, right? So you need the sambal. Then you need the of course the rice lah, the nasi, okay? And then you have ikan bilis, anchovies, okay? And then you have peanut, you have what else? Cucumber, right? Cucumber, you have egg, right? So all of these makes up nasi lemak, okay? So let's say in this year, okay, let's say 2022, this year you're selling, each of them got their own pricing, correct? Okay, I don't know how much the price of all this, but I just give a random price, okay? Let's say this is 1 ringgit, this is 50 cents, okay? I don't know, and this is oh my god, okay, let's make it easy lah, okay? Let's just change all the price, make it easy. So let's say this is 1 ringgit, this is 1 ringgit, this is 50 cents, this is 50 cents, this is 50 cents, this is 50 cents, okay? Let's say. Now, few years down the road, the price of each of the item increase, okay, because of inflation and all that. So now it becomes more expensive. So let's say in 2025, let's say, each of this price double. So now 2 ringgit, 2 ringgit, this one become 1 ringgit, 1 ringgit, 1 ringgit, 1 ringgit. Okay, so now if I ask you what is the increase in price for sambal, so which formula are you going to use? Obviously you're going to use index, the first one. Why? Because they are only asking for one product, only one. But if let's say they are asking you what is the price increase of nasi lemak, what is the price increase of nasi lemak? So now in this case, nasi lemak consists of so many different products, correct? They consist of so many different products. So I know what you're thinking. Some people will, what they will do is they will sum up all of this, then they use the first formula. No, okay, you cannot do that. Why you cannot do that? Is because if you do that, you are assuming that all of the portion of the different ingredients, right? Like you have sambal, you have rice, ikan bilis, all that, right? In the nasi lemak, the portion is not the same, correct? You got more sambal, you got more rice, ikan bilis not much, right? Peanuts not much, cucumber few pieces only, right? So the portion of all these ingredients are different. So if you add them up like this, like like what I said just now, you add them up and then you use the first formula, you are assuming that all of the portion are the same, which is wrong. Okay, you cannot do that. So what do? That is when you use the second formula. Why? Because second formula here you have weightage. What is weightage? Weightage means in the portion of each ingredient. Okay, so usually the exam they will give you the weightage. Okay, they have another column here. They write the weightage. So they give you, okay, this one is 20% of the whole nasi lemak. This is 20% of the whole nasi lemak. This is 10, you know, or whatever percent. So they will give you the weightage. Okay, when they give you the weightage, only then you can calculate using the formula. Okay, composite index. So in other words, if you are only looking for one item, you use the first formula. If you are looking for the entire list of items, so the whole nasi lemak itself, then you have to use composite index because it is more than one item. Okay, I hope you're clear with this. Okay, so you have, so that you know which formula to use. Okay, so never mind, we'll go straight to examples and then you'll understand. Okay, next. Malaysia Automotive Association reported the total number of okay, so they're telling you that in year 2015 there are 75,376 75,376 registered vehicles. Okay, and then the total vehicles in year 2017 is this much. So all these are what? These are all the quantity, correct? These are all quantity. It's just that which one is it, Q1 or Q2, Q1 or Q0. So in this case they ask you to calculate what? calculate the index. So that means what? Index number lah, for the number of registered commercial vehicle in year 2017. Now I need you to see this. They are saying in year 2017 based on year 2015. So what does that mean? Which one is Q1? Q1 is going to be this. Okay, this is going to be Q0 because it's based on 2015. So that means 2015 is the original amount. And then you want to see how much on increase or decrease. Okay, so we're going to use the formula. So formula is I equals to Q, in this case is what? 2017, right? So Q 2017 over Q 2015 times 100. So in this case, 2017 is 61956, and then 2015 is 75376. So from here itself, right, you can see that the amount actually what? Decrease, right? From 2015 to 2017, you see the price decrease. Okay, so you must know that the value you're going to get is going to be less than 100. Okay, it's going to be less than 100. So in this case, times 100. So use your calculator, you should get your answer 82.80. Okay, no need to put percent, by the way, just this is index form. So 82.20. So what does this mean? What does this mean? Okay, it means that the number of registered commercial, I'm just writing here for you so that you understand. Okay, the number of registered commercial vehicle in you can use say decrease, because it's decrease, right? 82, that means it's supposed to be 100, now that one went to 82, so it decreased by how many percent? It decreased by 18, oh wait, decreased by 18, or should I say 17.80% in year 2017 based on year 2015. Okay, so remember I told you all, this one means it's telling you the leftover. It's supposed to be 100, now went down to 82.20. So how much is the drop? The drop is you're taking 100 minus 82.20, which is 17.80. So the decrease is what? The decrease is 17.80% decrease. Okay, it dropped by 17.80% in 2017 based on 2015. Okay, so that's how index work. Let's see the next question. The average monthly expenditure of a Malaysian household in 2014, so they gave you, see, another quantity, right? This is in terms of price. So in 2014 is this much. Okay, and then in 2017 the expenses is what? Monthly expenditure is 4,000. Find the average index for monthly expenditure in year 2017 based on 2014. So now same thing, is just index, right? They just want to know, they want to compare the two quantity here, so it's just index number. So again, I equals to Q, in this case what? 2017, right? So Q 2017 based on Q 2014 times 100. So Q 2017 is 4033, and then Q 2014 is what? 3578. So from here you can see from 2014 to 2017 increase, right? From 3,000 went up to 4,000. So you know for a fact that the answer you're going to get is going to be more than 100 because it increased. Okay, so you times 100. So what's your answer? You should get 112.72. Okay, so this is your index number. So what does this mean? They ask you to interpret your finding. What does this mean? It means that the average, or I say the monthly expenditure of a Malaysian household increased. Make sure it's increased. Increased by how many percent? Right? Initially it's supposed to be 100%, right? Now Dow went to 112.72. So how many percent increase? Increased by 12.72%, right? Increased by 12.72. So you write that increase by 12.72%. Make sure you write the year, okay? In year 2017 based on year 2014. You have to write this, okay? You have to write in 2017 based on. You have to write this because maybe if you base on 2015, the value will be different, correct? Or you're comparing another year, the value is going to be different. So you have to write from what year to what year you're comparing, okay? Right, next. The total production of oil palm in Malaysia in the year 2013 was, okay, so again, they gave you another, they say this year, this is the quantity, okay? Metric tons. Given the index, so now this one is a bit different. All this while, the previous two questions, they gave you Q1 and Q0, okay? Now in this case, they give you the index. So they tell you what, the index is 90.23. Okay, so this index is what? Year 2016 based on year 2013. So the index is 90.23. Find the total production of oil palm in year. So they want you to find what? This one is the Q. Wait. Okay, wait. Later we see, okay? We know this is a quantity, but what quantity we want? So now we just use back the formula. I equals to, so in this case they gave you the index is what? Year 2016 based on year 2013. So you can write like this to make it more understanding, right? I 2016 over 2013. So this is the index, okay, for these 2 years that you're comparing. So the top here is going to be Q 2016. The bottom is going to be Q 2013 times 100. So you already know that given that the index is, okay, 90 point, so you substitute 90.23. So what does this tell you? If the index is 90.23, it means the amount drop, correct? Because it's less than 100. So the amount drop. So that means when you find your 2016 value, alright, when you find your 2016 value, it has to be lesser than 2013. Otherwise, your answer is wrong. Okay. So in this case, it's just to give you all the hint. Okay. To give you all the hint that in case you get something wrong, at least you can use common sense to see, oh, maybe I did something wrong because it's supposed to be lesser. Okay. So I'm just trying to give you all the hint. So now in this case, you want to find Q 2016. So I'm just leaving it there. What about 2013? So it's 720,440,105 metric ton, okay, times 100. So you can do your usual shifting, so in the end you should get quantity in 2016 should be equals to 90.23 times 720,440,105 divide by 100. So your answer should be Q 2016, right? It should be 650,053,106.7 metric tons. So did it decrease? So obviously it did, right? You see, in 2013 was this much, in 2016 is this much. So the value dropped. So you know your answer is correct. Okay, so it's just trying to give you all a hint. Okay, alright, so let's see the next question. The production index of industrial sugar in they gave you 2011 and 2012 based on year 2010 was, okay, these two amount. Okay, calculate the index production of the in year 2012 based on 2011. So now this is a very tricky question and it's also very, very common. So I want you all to take note, okay? So in this question, right, see, all this while we are only comparing 2 years, 2 different years. Okay, they give you one is the Q1 value, one is the Q0 value. So there are only 2 quantity that you have to compare. But in this case, you have 3 years involved. You have 2011, you have 2012, and based on 2010. So you got 3 years involved. So how are we going to solve this? So I think some of you all might say it's composite index, right? Answer is no. Okay, it's not composite index. First is because there is no weightage here, so you cannot use composite index. Second thing is, it's actually still one sort of like one product. Okay, only the industrial sugar. Okay, so it's just one product. So you still use index number. But how do you solve this is, you just have to add additional step. One additional step, which is, okay, so let me show you. In this case, they are saying calculate the index production in year 2012. So that means they want I 2012 based on 2011. Okay, this is what you're looking for. We're going to reverse engineer. Okay, how are we going to solve this? So from the back, you see it says that you're finding for index 2012 based on 2011. So if this is what you're looking for, what's the formula? The formula is Q 2012 divided by Q 2011 times 100. This is supposed to be your formula, correct? Problem is you don't have this. You don't have that. So what is given to you? Let's see what is given to you. You are given, the first one is 101.4. What is that? That is the index, that means the I value of year 2011 based on year 2010. Okay, so that means this one is what? This is going to be, let me rewrite this. I 2011 based on 2010, which is what's that? 101.4. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is 95.8. So that is year 2012. So I 2012 based on 2010. Okay, because both also based on this 2010, right? So this one is equals to 95.8. So now, before we solve this, right? Before we solve this, we have to break this down first. Break this down. So what we're going to do, what's the formula for index? The formula is Q1 over Q0. But in this case, since it's this year, right? 2011, 2010. So I'm going to take Q 2011 over Q 2010. Okay? Times 100, correct? But the times 100, I'm going to bring the opposite side. So when I bring the opposite side, it's going to become 101.4 divided by 100. Okay? I want to leave it in this form. Why? Later you see why, okay? Now, you're going to do the same thing for this. You're going to do the same thing. So what's the formula for index? In this case is Q 2012 divided by Q 2010 equals to, so the 100, you're supposed to times 100, right? So I'm going to shift the 100 to the opposite side. You get 95.8 divided by 100. Okay, so now is where the extra step you need to do. The extra step is this. You have Q, this value, 2011, 2010, and you have this. What can you do with these two to make it become this? That is the question. So in this case, you see, I want you to take note. You're looking for this, right? 2012 based on 2011. So Q 2012 based on Q 2011. Can I say that, see the top here is 2012, right? So here also top is 2012, you see here? 12. So I'm going to use Q 2012 and Q 2010 times Q 2010 over Q 2011. Okay, Wait, am I writing it correctly? Sorry. 2011. Now I know you're confused probably. This one I got from here, right? And the second one, I just invert this and I put it here, right? The 2011, 2010, I just shift, I just invert. Why am I doing this? Because when I combine these two, I can cut this, and then what I get is 2012 based on 2011, right? These two combined. So in other words, what you're trying to do is you're trying to make use of these two, combine them to form this, because in the end of the day you are looking for this. The question is asking for this. They're not asking for these two. Okay, so you have to find a way to combine them such that you get what the question is asking for. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. We're going to take this times this. Okay, so the first one, Q 2012 based on Q 2010 is this one lah, right? 95.8 divided by 100 times, so now this one is what? 2010 based on 2011. So this one is the opposite, the reciprocal of this, right? So I have to invert this as well. So it becomes 100 over 101.4. Okay, so here you can cut. So your answer here should be 95.8 divided by 101.4. Okay, just multiply. So this is your Q 2012 based on Q 2011. So now you can just substitute into this equation lah. Okay, so equation is going to be, okay, let me use black color. Equation is going to be 95.8 over 101.4 multiply by 100. So when you do this, you should get 94.48. So this is your index for the industrial sugar in year 2012 based on 2011. So this is your answer. Alright, so let me just summarize. Okay, this kind of question, when there are 3 years involved, what you want to do is you want to first find out what you're looking for. You're looking for this 2012 based on 2011, and you're going to use the index from the 2 other years. Okay, find a way to combine them. Usually one will be the actual one will be the reciprocal. Okay, one will be the reciprocal. Combine them to find the one that you're looking for. Okay, don't worry, if you don't understand, no worries, we still got more questions. Okay, so let us see more questions, and then I bet you'll understand this very well. Okay, let's see next. The premium insurance of a company in year 2016. So now they give you year 2016 increased. Increased as much as 5% compared to year 2011. So what do you know from this? What can you understand from this? They say increase, right? Remember I told you in the starting of this video, if increase by, just now I said you selling a antique car, classic car, the price increased by 50%, right? So your index number is what? 150, correct? If you reduce, let's say reduce by 40%, your index number would be 60, because 100 minus 40, in this case is 100 plus 50. Okay, so I hope you all take note of that. You all must understand this. Okay, so based on this question, they said that the payment in year 2016 increased as much as 5% compared to year 2011. So actually they are telling you what? The index of 2016 based on 2011 is how much? Increased by 5%, right? So that means 105. Okay, based on year 11. Okay, next they're telling you in the year 2018 the premium increased again, increase as much as 10% compared to 2011. So this is what index is this? Index is 2018 based on 2011. The amount is you increase by 10%, so it's 110. Okay, now they ask you to find the premium insurance index in the year 2018 compared to the year 2016. So you see this one also 3 years involved. You have 2018, you have, see here you got 2018, you got 2011, and you also got 2016. You got 3 years involved. Okay, 3 years involved. So wait, before that, what we are looking for? We are looking for the index of 2018 based on 2016. Okay, that's what the question is asking for. 2018 based on 2016. So the formula is what? Formula is Q 2018 divided by Q 2016 times 100. So now your job is to see how you can combine these two to form this. Okay, but before that, let us find the Q value first for each of these. So if I convert this, the index formula should be Q 2016 over Q 2011. Okay, I'm supposed to times 100, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to shift the 100 to the opposite side. So you get 105 divided by 100. Okay, and then the other side here, the other index here is Q 2018 divided by Q 2011 equals to 110 divided by 100. Okay, so now your job, like I said, is to see how you can combine these two to get this. Okay, so what we're going to do is, see, you're looking for this, right? You're looking for 2018 based on 2016. This is what you're looking for. So I know the top here must be 2018, so I must use this, right? So Q 2018 over Q 2011 times. So now I don't want 2011, right? I want 2016. So what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to find a way to put a fraction here such that I can cancel these two. Okay, so that means here has to be 2011, right? So that I can cancel. So it's actually the reciprocal of this. So Q 2016, because once you cancel, you get 2018 based on 2016, which is what you're looking for. Okay, so I hope I'm not confusing you guys. Okay, this is actually a very common question, so I hope you guys understand this. So now you just substitute lah. So 2018 over 2011 is 110 over 100 multiplied by 2011 based on 2016 is the reciprocal of this. So it's going to be 100 over 105. So here you can cancel. So you get 110 over 105. Okay, so you just have to substitute into your formula now. So the formula is 110 here over 105 multiplied by 100. So you key in your calculator, you should get 104.76. That means the premium increase. Okay, the premium insurance increase, the price increase lah, in other words. Okay, so that's how you solve this kind of question. When there are 3 years involved, try to find a way to combine them to look for the quantity that the question is asking. Okay, so in this case is this 2018 based on 2016. Alright, so let's see next question. The price index of the traditional kueh, such as, okay, so there are 3 kuehs here in year 2020 based on year 2015 is, okay, so they gave you the 3 different price index for each of the kueh. Find the composite index of the 3 types of kueh in year 2020 based on year 2015. So they already told you what they want, right? They already told you that they are looking for composite index. Now the thing is, you see there are 3 different products here, right? 3 different kueh. So it's hard for you to find the price index. If you want to find the overall increase, you have to use composite index. Okay, so what's the formula? Composite index formula is it's a I dash on top equals to the sum of I times the weightage, price index times weightage, divided by the sum of the weightage. Okay, so in this case, the I value you know, right? These are all the I value for each of the kueh. So you take 105 multiply by, see, IW, right? So I is the index number. So index number 105. What's the weightage though? What's the weightage? You have to multiply by the weightage. So what's the weightage? So they never give you the weightage, right? But let's assume that it's only one of the kui. So we just assume sorry, we just assume that it's the same weightage for each of them. So I'm just going to put 1. Okay, the same weightage for each of them. Plus, because we are only comparing one kui, right? One kui of each. So we just put 1. So 105 times 1 plus 112 times 1 also. Okay. And the last one is 98 times 1. Okay, so that's the sum of the index number multiplied by the weightage. Okay, in this case the weightage is 1. Usually they will give you, okay, if they want, if the weightage for each of the product is different, then they will give you different weightage. But since they are all the same, in this case, in just one kui of each, right? So we're just going to use 1, 1, 1. Okay, divide by, what's the total weightage? So here is 1, here is 1, here is 1. So total weightage is 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so you should get your answer straight away. Just key in your calculator. You should get 105. So that means this 3 kui in overall, the average increase in price is 105. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, this is telling you all the kui in total. Okay, the average increase. 105 means increase, like if it's less than 100 means decrease. Okay, right, next. The bar chart shows the credit points of 3 subjects in the college. So there are 3 subjects here: chemistry, economy, and science. Given the student's entry index, so this entry index, in other words, is the index number. Okay, so the index for the 3 subjects in year 2019 based on 2015 is, okay, so they gave you the index. Okay, let's write here index for 2019. And okay, let's say index for chemistry. Is that chemistry? Yeah, chemistry. And then the index for economy and the index for science. Okay, so what are the 3 values? First one is 136, second one is M, third one is 108. So all these are based on 2019 based on 2015. Okay, all these are based on these 2 years. Okay, 2019 based on 2015. So now they ask you to find the value of M if the composite index for 3 subjects in 2019 based on 2015 is, so now they give you the overall, right? They're not counting one by one, they're giving you overall. So the composite index is this is 2019 based on 2015 is equivalent to 120. Okay, so since they gave you the composite index, you know you have to use what? You have to use the composite index formula. Okay, so here is all the weightage. So chemistry here is 3, economy is 2, science is 3 as well. Okay, so these are different weightage. So we're just going to use the formula. The formula is what? I and then the dash up there, equivalent to sum of price index multiplied by weightage and the sum of weightage. Okay, so in this case, let's substitute. So the composite index is 120, and then index for chemistry is 136 multiplied by the weightage for chemistry is 3 plus economy, you don't know what's the index, right? So we're just going to put here M multiply by the index, the weightage is 2 plus 108 times 3. Okay, that's the weightage for science, divided by total weightage. So it's 3 plus 2 plus 3. So I'm just going to simplify this. Okay, you rearrange, you should get 2M equals to 960 minus 408 minus 324. Okay, you just simplify this, rearrange, you get this. And then what's your M value? M value is going to be equals to 228 divided by 2. So your answer is 114. Okay, you all can do step by step. I'm just going to skip the steps. Okay, so this is your answer, right? So your M value, that means the index price, the index number for the subject economics is 114. All right, next. All right, next question. So now I want you to stay with me in this question, right? Because this kind of question are exam type question. So stay with me, okay? So now in this question it says the table below shows the price of 4 materials. So you have A, B, C, D. These are 4 materials used in making roof tiles. Okay, so I want you to take note of this, okay, because later you'll know why. So now the question A, they're asking you calculate the price index. Price index is basically index number lah, same thing, for each material. So they want each material. So what does that mean? Are you going to use composite index formula, or are you going to use price index formula? Index number formula. Answer is index number, right? Because price index is basically index number lah. And because they said each material, right? So each of them. So each of them you have to use index number formula. So we're going to do that. So first one, IA is equal to, so they're asking for what? 2016 based on 2010. So 2016 is here, 2010 is here. Okay, so there we just take the cost. So 2.10 divided by 1.40 multiply by 100, you should get 150. Okay, that's the price index for material A. Then we're going to do for the rest. So you get 1.56 divided by 1.50 times 100, you should get 104. Then IC would be equals to 1.92 divided by 1.6 times 100. Answer is 120. And then the last material, 5.58 divided by 4.50 times 100. Answer is 124. So you've managed to find all 4 price index for each of the material. Okay, now question B. Question B is asking for composite index for all the materials. So that means they are asking for the average of all of that, all 4 materials combined. So that's why you have to use composite index. So they want year 2016 based on year 2010, and then you have to interpret the finding. So question B I'm going to do here. So what's the formula for composite index? Composite index is sum of index, price index times weightage, and the sum of weightage. So in this case, formula is, so I'm going to use each of them, right? Because all of these are the different price index for each of the material, and these are the weightage, 10, 20, 40, 30. Okay, so we're going to use that, whatever they give you. So 150 times 10, because that's material A, plus 104 times 20 plus 120 times 40 plus 124 times 30, and then the whole thing you have to divide by what is the total weightage. So here is 1, 10, 30, 70, 100. So total is 100, because percentage maximum is 100. So you type this into your calculator, you should get your answer straight away is 121. So they ask you to interpret your findings. So what does this mean? That means, okay, you can write here, there is an increase of 21%, right? Because initially it's 100, went to 121. So that means it's 21% increase in the price of roof tiles, or you can say all material in year, what year is that? 2016, based on year 2010. Okay, so that's your answer for B. So let's look at the last question. It says determine the price of the roof tile. Price of the roof tile. So that means they want to know the price of roof tile in year 2010 if the price was 265 in year 2016. So the key thing is, which of the two formulas do you use price? Can you use price? Answer is index, correct? Only index number formula can use price because they have quantity. If you use composite index, you only need the weightage and also the price index. So you cannot use that. You can only use the index number formula. So we are going to use that to solve this. But okay, we all know the formula is what? I is equal to Q1 over Q0 times 100. Okay, so now the question is asking you to find the price of roof tile in 2010. So 2010 should be the one at the bottom. Okay, 2016 should be the one on top. Okay, and then the index, what are you going to substitute here? That's the main question. What are you going to substitute? Are you going to substitute any of this? Answer is no. You cannot use this because they are saying what? The price of roof tile. So you cannot take individual material because they're asking for roof tile. Roof tile means the combination of all four materials. So you have to use this as your price index. Okay, make sure you take note of that. Okay, so we're gonna do this together, don't worry. So what is the price index? So in this case, I equals to Q, so in this case is 2016 Q 2010 times 100. So you're looking for 2010, right? So what's the I? I in the previous question just now we found is 121 equals to Q 2016 is this. So 2.65 divided by Q 2010 times 100. Okay, so you can rearrange this. When you rearrange, you should get Q 2010, you should get your answer is RM 2 ringgit 19 cents. Okay, so just rearrange, you should get this answer. The table below shows the price of 5 materials used in making a souvenir. Okay, so they want to make a souvenir in year 2013 and 2019. So you have 5 materials here. Okay, calculate the value of A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D is okay. A, B, C is here. D is here. So let's find A first. So they're telling you this one is what? All price index, and then the base value is 2013. So you're going to use the price index formula. So question A, the A value would be 23 divided by 20 times 100. So your answer is 115. And then the B value is 12 divided by 8 times 100. Your answer should be 150. And then C value is 18 over 16 times 100. Your answer should be 112.50. Okay, and lastly they want D. So D is not price index. D is what? Weightage. So how to find weightage? Because they say it's percentage, right? So what's the total percent? Total percentage is 100, right? So you just take 100 minus all of this. So minus, you can write the 8 plus 12 plus 20 plus 27. So you minus all of that, your answer should be 33. Okay, so now you found all of them. So this one is 33, this one is 115, 150, 112.50. Okay, question B, calculate the composite index for the souvenir. So composite index, so they already told you. Even if they don't tell you, you should know because it says souvenir. Souvenir means the combination of all of the materials. So you cannot use the first formula. You cannot use the price index formula. You have to use composite index. So year 2019 based on year 2023. So question B, composite index, the formula is take the price index for each material, okay, price index, multiply by the weightage. Okay, so you get 120 times 8 plus 115 times 12 plus 150 times 20 plus 112.5 times 27 plus 130 times 33 divided by the total weightage would be 8 plus, okay, you can just put 100 actually, because you know total percentage is 100. So you should get your answer is 126.68. So by the way, I'm just going to erase this because I already don't, for you guys, please don't erase when you do in exam. I'm just erasing because I got no space here. So what does this 126.68 means? What does it mean? It means there is the price increase. There is a 26.68% increase in price of the souvenir in year 2019 based on year 2013. Okay, based on year 2013. Sorry, is that yeah, correct. 20, yes, correct. So that is how you answer composite function. Sorry, what am I talking? Composite index. So question C, what they're asking, determine the price. Okay, again, when they ask for price, the only formula is price index, right? Index number formula. Okay, so price index of the souvenir in year 2019. So they want the price in 2019 if the price in 2013 was 35. So the formula is what? Price index formula. It is Q. So in this case, I'm going to use, because the index we are going to use is what? We're going to use this index, right? Because it says price of souvenir. So we cannot take individual price index. We cannot take this. We have to take the composite index because the souvenir. So you have to combine everything. So you're taking 126.68. So this composite index that you're taking is 2019 based on 2013, right? So when you calculate this one here, you have to also use 2019 based on 2013, okay, times 100. So in this case, the index you're using is this, okay, 126.68. 126.68 equals to, you're looking for Q 2019, then Q 2013 is 35, is given to you there, multiply by 100. So what is your answer? You can rearrange this. Your Q 2019 should be equals to RM 44.34. Okay, this is your answer. Now let's look at the last question. Calculate the price index of the souvenir in year 2021 if the total cost of material use is expected to increase by 10%. So they're telling you the total cost increase, right? Total cost increase. So what's the price index? You don't even have to count. I told you alright. If it's increased, you plus 100. If it's decreased, you take 100 minus the decrease amount. So in this case, since it's increased, right? So question D here. The price index increased, right? Increased by 10%. So it's going to be 100% plus 10%. Answer is 110%. Okay, but of course you don't have to write the percentage because you're counting price index, so you don't have to write the percentage. So 100 plus 10, answer is 110. This is your answer. So that is all for chapter 10. I hope you guys find it useful. We have finally covered all the chapters in Form 4 AdMaths. Okay, so the upcoming videos I'm going to be doing more on Form 5 AdMaths. Alright, so that's all for today. I hope you find this useful, and I hope to catch you guys in my next video. Alright, take care. Bye bye.